Now we will be talking about facts related to drugs and alcohol. Since 2010, heroin overdose death rates have more than quadrupled. In 2016, nearly 64,000 people died due to drug overdose. This is a 22% increase from the year prior. In 2017, there were over 70,000 drug overdose deaths in the United States. More Americans died in 2017 due to a drug overdose than the Vietnam War. People ages 25 to 44 have the highest death rate. Teen alcohol use kills almost 5,000 people each year, which is more than all illegal drugs combined. In a 2018 study, there were over 10,000 alcohol-impaired driving deaths, which made up 29% of all traffic deaths for the year. An estimated 15 million people struggle with an alcohol use disorder in the United States. Less than 10% receive treatment.
The effects of drugs on youth brain development. Drug usage causes an unnatural increase of dopamine, a neurotransmitter in teenagers' body which leads to an addiction over time. While adults have neurons that are well protected by a myelin, teenagers' brains are still in the process of developing it around its maturing neurons. This means that teenagers tend to have more intense sensations, both negative and positive, from drug usage, which further deteriorates the once useful reward system. Long-term usage of drugs can lead to impaired memory, recall, emotional development, problem-solving skills, and more. Alcohol usage has been found to interfere with the GABA system in youth brain development. GABA is an amino acid found in the frontal lobe of the brain, a region that controls the higher thinking processes of the human body that develops around the age of 16 to 25. Teens tend to be more susceptible to binge drinking because their brains are less sensitive and aware of the sleeplessness and loss of motor control that accompanies with drinking. Some long-term effects of inability of the hippocampus to create new cells, a decrease in brain development and functioning, and more. So, as you can see here are the brain scans on alcohol and drug consumptions. The areas with less color are being affected by alcohol and drug usage.
So a teenager's brain is more open to irreversible brain damage due to the use of drugs and alcohol. A teenager's brain is still developing, which means it has a high chance of damaging their hippocampus. So what is the hippocampus? It is a part of the brain that regulates working memory, learning, emotional responses, and navigation. Damage to it can also cause a loss of ability to produce new memories and immature or overblown fear response. Cocaine targets the dopamine receptor neurons in the brain, and damage to these neurons may affect a teen's brain development for life in the areas of impulse control and ability to experience reward. Nicotine can cause damage to the brain at any age, but is more likely to cause more damage to the hippocampus of teenagers. Substance abuse can also cause delays in judgment, planning, and completing tasks, meeting goals, and overblown or immature emotional responses to situations.
This graph is from the 2019 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, and its participants range from the ages of 12 to 17. It shows the percentage of alcohol and drug use among adolescents and how most use alcohol more than tobacco and marijuana. People ages 12 to 20 drink about 4% of all alcohol consumed in the United States. Most adolescents binge drink when they drink alcohol, causing them to drink more than an average adult. Binge drinking can be defined as a pattern of drinking that brings a person's blood alcohol content to 0.08 grams over distillate or above. In 2019, 4.2 million young people were reported binge drinking at least once in the past month. There was a survey conducted that shows the lifetime use of any drug for the grades 8, 10, and 12 combined from 2017 to 2020. In 2017, 33.4% of adolescents were using drugs, and in 2018, 33.9% of adolescents were using drugs, and then 2019, it was 34.8%, in 2020, it was 34.7% of adolescents using drugs.